This is the ZINUS Allen mid-century wood platform bed frame, solid wood foundation, wood slat support, no box spring needed, easy assembly, queen. Key features you'll care about right away are the classic mid-century look with rounded tapered legs, a solid pine frame with a warm brown finish, closely spaced plywood slats that remove the need for a box spring, and a claimed 700-pound capacity for the queen size. The platform sits at 12 inches high with roughly 8 inches of clearance for storage, and the outer footprint runs about 82 inches long by 60.7 inches wide, with a headboard at 35.4 inches tall. The inner opening is around 79.5 by 59.5, which matters if your mattress runs a touch large. It ships as a single box, weighs about 77 pounds, and includes a 5-year warranty. In my opinion, the styling is the big draw. The profile is clean and light, the legs have that gentle mid-century angle, and the brown acorn vibe plays nicely with a lot of rooms, from simple, airy setups to warmer, layered spaces. It has that minimalist, leaning look without feeling cold. The headboard is basic but not flimsy, and the overall silhouette keeps the room feeling open instead of bulky. From my experience with platform beds like this, the build choices are pretty standard for the price. Solid pine for the frame, plywood slats, and steel where it counts for reinforcement. Pine keeps the frame affordable and easy to machine, but it's a softer wood, which is why long-term hardware grip is the main thing to watch. The slats are closely spaced for foam, hybrid, or spring mattresses, and some units include little anti-slip patches to keep your mattress from drifting. The center rail typically lands with its own support leg so the platform doesn't sag over time. Assembly is designed to be straightforward. Everything shows up packed efficiently in one box. The hardware is labeled, and the included tool, often a small ratcheting Allen key, makes it doable in well under an hour if you have a second pair of hands. If you've put together flat pack furniture, you'll be right at home. Plan your space before you start. Lay out the slats in order, and keep an eye on which side faces up. Slats with grip tape should face the mattress. One note worth flagging: on some print runs, the parts labeling doesn't perfectly match the diagram style. It's not a showstopper, it just means a quick double check before you tighten things down. Let's talk fit and feel, because that's where comfort meets reality. The inner opening is just a hair under the listed queen mattress size. Many queen mattresses are true to size. Some run slightly wide or puffy at the edges. If yours is on the larger side, you might notice a tiny overhang. It won't ruin your night, but it can look a bit off if your mattress is especially plush. Measure if you're picky about clean lines or plan to use a rigid mattress protector that adds width. Noise and durability are the make or break points on a platform frame. Right out of the box, the Allen tends to be solid and quiet. Where owners report mixed results is a few weeks or months later, when the first little creaks can start to appear. That usually comes down to micro-movement at bolted joints and pine's softness under repeated load. If you want to stay ahead of it, do a quick retorque of the main bolts after a couple of weeks of use, and then again if you notice sounds returning. A dab of non-permanent thread locker on metal-to-metal screws can slow loosening. On wood-to-wood contact points, a whisper of wax or bar soap can reduce friction. Felt pads between slats and rails can also help. Just make sure slats remain fully seated and level. Don't over-tighten to the point you crush the wood. Snug and consistent is the goal. The finish is attractive but can vary. Some buyers expect a deep walnut tone and get a lighter or slightly redder brown in person. Lighting and camera balance in product photos can set expectations high. Real wood and stain lots have natural variation. If color matching is critical for your room, be ready for a subtle shift. Another small quirk: the headboard has visible screw heads up top with no caps. It's not a functional issue, but it does interrupt the otherwise clean look. If it bugs you, inexpensive screw caps or wood-toned stickers hide them well. On everyday use, the slat spacing is supportive for foam beds and hybrids, and the 12-inch platform height makes it easy to slide low bins underneath. The listed 700-pound capacity for queen is generous for most couples plus mattress. If you toss and turn a lot, or have kids who jump on the bed, that's where keeping the hardware snug pays off. If you plan to move often, the single box design makes it easy to break down and reassemble. Just keep track of the hardware and avoid stripping the threads by starting every bolt by hand before you ratchet it. Quality control across budget-friendly frames can be uneven. The Allen's average rating sits around 4.5 stars with a few hundred reviews, which tells me most units meet expectations, and a smaller slice runs into early squeaks, color mismatches, or minor dimensional surprises. The 5-year warranty is a solid safety net. If you get a wobbly part or a finish that's way off from the listing, reach out to support right away. Time matters for exchanges. It's perfect for renters, first homes, and guest rooms where style, easy setup, and value matter. If you want a mid-century look without shelling out for pricier hardwood builds, this checks the right boxes. I'd recommend this for anyone who doesn't mind doing a quick bolt check a couple of times a year and who cares more about design and convenience than heirloom-level heft. If you're a light sleeper who notices every tiny creak, or you never want to think about maintenance, you might be happier stepping up to a hardwood frame with traditional joinery. From my experience evaluating platform frames, the key to happy ownership is setting expectations. This one looks great, supports modern mattresses properly, and arrives in a single manageable box. The trade-off is that softwood plus bolts can loosen under real use, and a small percentage of units will show that sooner than others. A few simple preventative tweaks usually keep things quiet. In conclusion, the ZINUS Allen mid-century wood platform bed frame delivers strong style, honest support, and easy setup at a fair price. It feels modern without being flashy, and it keeps your bedroom uncluttered by skipping the box spring. The potential downsides are long-term squeaks if you never touch the hardware, occasional color variants, and small finishing shortcuts like exposed screws. If those are acceptable trade-offs, it's a smart buy. If you want absolute silence for years with zero upkeep, consider a sturdier hardwood option and a higher budget. If this video helped, hit subscribe and drop your questions or your own experience with the Allen in the comments. Thank you for watching.